Asim Richards is one of the players that a lot of us are talking about starting at that left tackle position if and when Tyron Smith gets injured. There were a lot of questions about the play from Chuma Edoga against the Miami Dolphins, a guy that gave up critical plays at the most important times in the game last week. So let's take a look and see if this player has the ability to hold up if this player's name gets called. So when you're taking a look at Asim Richards, he's one of the players that played over 15 snaps at left tackle and only gave up 3 sacks throughout his whole career at North Carolina. And when you see this type of player, the Dallas Cowboys offensive line coaches and the head coach, they want these guys to have flexibility, playing that right tackle position, that left tackle position. This is the kind of guy that you need. And if this guy can be able to play that left tackle position, if guys like Tyron Smith were to be hurt, this would be golden for his Cowboys nation. So on this play here, he's going to be going up against that edge defender that's lined out wide, and they're going to be sending 4 guys on a line of scrimmage. But just being able to see what this guy can be able to do and how he's able to use his footwork is always great to see things like this. So we'll go ahead and run it. Keying in on his left foot right there. You see how smooth that is? And then being able to engage in contact right there. The defender, he tried to underswipe him. But the thing is, whenever you can have that technique and you can be able to strike with your hands, lower your anchor, sometimes you can just ride a guy outside the pocket and keep him away from the quarterback. And that's exactly what this guy did. And it's great to see this because Jalen Tolbert, he was able to score the touchdown. And we'll run this in real time so you guys can be able to see it. The technique things is very, very important. And when you're going up against these elite pass rushers in the NFL, you got to make sure that you're on top of that. Just being able to understand what these pass rushers are trying to do, you can be able to slow down the better pass rushers in this league. One thing about the JC Network, we're going to be doing a lot of college film on a lot of these prospects this summer. So we like to go back to memory lane and see what this guy was doing. So on this play here, it's going to be a stunt by the defensive tackle number 57. The defensive end, he's going to be stunting inside. Their center is going up against that defensive tackle in the A gap, and it's going to be a fake run play, and the quarterback is going to run a ball. But just seeing how Asim Richards was able to finish on this play and not give up and give his quarterback a chance to be able to run the ball, it's great to be able to see things like that. And this is the type of finish to a play that will be beneficial to a guy like Dak Prescott. So we'll go ahead and run it. You see that kick slide right there? He's a lengthy athlete, but he engulfs him right there, catches him with his vice grips, and he is not letting this defender go. And sometimes when you can get in position like that, you can really, really frustrate a guy. The guy was slipping and all, and getting him out of position. When you think about Dak Prescott, being able to have a pocket like that and force your guy around the pocket, this is when Dak Prescott can boogie Cowboys Nation. When you have the ability to be that sledgehammer at the tackle position and be able to break somebody's will, this is the kind of reps right here that changes games. So you want to do things like this, frustrate your opponent, and get the momentum going. Consistency is a very important deal when it comes down to the tackle position because you're going to be going up against some bona fide pass rushers. So you want to make sure that you protect your quarterback. So he's going to give up the sack on this play, but just seeing his footwork, we did see clips of good footwork, doing the right technical things at a consistent rate. This is how the coaching staff is going to feel more comfortable if this guy gets on the field. So we'll go ahead and run it. Zooming in on his left foot, you see he's taking short steps. When he's getting off the ball, he's taking short steps and is not giving him any advantage. His second step was short as well. And all it's going to do is give that defender the advantage. You don't want things like that to happen. The defender, he beat him to the punch and he was able to get around. Usually, whenever you have short steps like that, it makes it so much easier for the edge defender. And he was able to get to the quarterback. So you do not want things like this to happen, Cowboys Nation. You do not want to get your quarterback hurt. It is going to be very, very important. We'll run this play in real time so you can be able to see it. We've seen a good footwork from this player. And the thing is, when you're thinking about the offensive tackle position, protecting Dak Prescott is going to be critical down the stretch when these games get important. On this final play here, he's going to show his athleticism. He's going to show his physicality and having the ability to get to that second level and attack the linebacker. So the wide receiver is going to be crackback blocking that defender. Then you got guys like Luke Schoonmaker. They're going to have him blocking in space. He was drafted to be a blocker, but seeing guys like Asim Richards, he's going to attack that linebacker at that second level, and it's going to be a pitch to the left side. But if this team is going to be able to take that next step to get to where they want to go, you want to make sure you have offensive linemen to be able to get to the second level, to be physical, and be able to just be a good athlete and strike these opponents and set the tone. So we'll run this play. These guys get off the ball, they get in space. They pitch it to the running back, but just seeing what Awesome Richards was able to do, read and diagnose and engage in contact. I love to be able to see this from our players. You have to be physical, you got to be quick, and just know what these linebackers are trying to do. If you can be able to do things like that, it makes it so much easier for the running backs. Tyler Smith does it all the time. Tyron Smith does it all the time. If you can be able to run block, pass protect, this is how you can be able to see the field. And things like this is always good, Cowboys Nation. When you're thinking about guys like Tyron Smith, we know that he is injured all the time. He's a very, very good player. It's good to know that he doesn't practice a lot, but he tends to still get hurt. But you want to make sure that you can be able to cover up for that left tackle position. Guys like Chuma Edoga, he does have good plays, but he has a lot of bad plays as well. When you're bringing in a guy like Awesome Richards, he will have his bad plays. So we're going to have to weigh things like that out. It's going to take time. This is a player that's only 22 years old. He is very, very young. But when you have a player like him, you cannot teach length. A guy that's consistent. This is what the offensive line needs, because if this team is going to take that next step to get into where they want to go, you want these guys to be healthy. You want these guys to be consistent and put us in position to get us to where we need to be. So make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe and hit that notification bell, because the way the YouTube algorithm works, if you don't hit it, you'll miss on fire live streams and unique breakdowns. All right, Cowboys Nation. Talk to y'all soon. Gone.